One of the biggest challenges of people is that they do things without knowing the why. Correct? They may know the how, but they may not know the why. And that's a problem. Right? That is why your mind should be curious enough to find out, and that's what leadership is all about. Find out, why should I do it? Why not? If I don't do, what happens? If I do, what happens? The moment you have that concept behind anything, any learning, you are far better, you are much better. So that's where the whole dimension of, the curiosity. Right? Once you know why you're doing it, what happens? You are committed to doing it. When you don't know why you're doing it, then you're doing because somebody told you. Once, twice, thrice, and then you'll give up. Because you're not convinced the need to do it. So that is why what we're going to focus, right, in this session is, why should we do it? What's the logic? What's the reason? Correct? That curiosity, that fact-finding nature is going to help you. Otherwise, it's not going to help you. Right? So now, I was sharing with you that we grow only till the age of 22. 22 to 28, it's a static phase of life. You don't really grow. 28 onwards, the decline starts. Right? The cells, tissues, and tendons, and thereby the entire muscle becomes weaker. When we say weaker, it becomes rigid, right? And the decay starts. The destruction of cells, tissues, and tendons starts, and the disease process starts, or the disorders start, right? Disorder like the blood pressure, right, or the the diabetes, right? The islet of Langerhans in the pancreas stop, producing sufficient insulin levels is a mechanical defect. That's why you call it a disorder. It's not really a disease, right? So now, why does all that happen? Because of your muscular inflexibility, rigidity, right? Muscles have become rigid. So then what is our responsibility? Our responsibility is to make sure that our muscles gain their flexibility, right, internally. And it's an amazing dimension. And you must become conscious about how do you make it, flexible, right? How do I overcome rigidity? And that's the whole dimension. In fact, I need to ask you a question. You sleep, correct? At night you go to sleep. When you sleep, how do you sleep? What is the position? How do you sleep? Any answers?
Left side.
You sleep left side, you sleep right side, okay. Any other?
Straight.
Somebody sleeps straight on their back. Right. Yes. Anybody else? Sometimes on the stomach, right?
Yes.
You reverse.
Sometimes folding.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. We sleep in different positions, and some of us have some favorite positions. We would generally sleep in that position most often. Sometimes your leg is up. You're twisting this way. What happens? Don't forget, your body has a body weight, correct? And you're sleeping in one particular position, right? So, can you come? Can you turn back? Yeah. You notice what happens is, there is a backbone. And this is entirely the vertebral column, right? The backbone, what do you call it? Right? Responsible for all your nervous systems are connected. That's where the reflex action happens, right? So now here, when you look at the discs that are located, the disc is one above the other, correct? So it is there like this throughout. Lot of discs are there, right up to the spine. Now, when you are sleeping, because you unknowingly you put body weight in particular position, there is a very strong possibility that disc can shift slightly because of the weight by a few millimeter, And if that is your habit, that you sleep only in that position, that means it is always like this, right? Probably for a few hours, because you are habitually sleeping in that position. So what happens? Over a period of time, unknowingly, you are getting your disc in a wrong position. You got it? So what happens if you do not do enough care, if you don't take care of that possibility, what will happen? We will have a lot of disc problems. So of course, thank you very much, sir. So you know, invariably you notice a lot of people have disc dislocation, correct? Or you know, it is shifted out. Then there are problems of the back. So it can lead to upper back, lower back, middle back, you know, problems, things like that. So what is my responsibility? What do I do every day? Right? In the automotive industry, we all know that every time you, because your car goes on different levels, so what do? You do wheel balancing. Regularly you go take your car, do a wheel balancing and come back. Exactly same way can you do disc balancing. Every day one responsibility that you and me have is how do I balance my disc? Because when you are standing erect, the disc is in perfect place, correct? And when you stand erect, you are elegant, you are handsome, you are beautiful, right? You look so gracious, straight back. And for that, the backbone must be straight. So if my job is to keep my disc space perfectly balanced, there are three very simple stretches, right? First stretch is put your legs together. You can do it with me. Put your legs together. Then use your left hand, put it up. Let it touch your ears, correct? And with the right hand, touch your knee. The right knee, yeah, touch. So now when you're touching your right knee, what happens? You feel the stretch on the opposite side?
Yes.
What you're doing? You're stretching those muscles brilliantly, fantastic stretch. And when it pains, you realize that particular muscle is actually becoming rigid. So you, at the same time, right, it's helping the disc to come in shape from one side. Now you drop this hand, take the right hand, right, do the reverse and the other direction. Now you feel the stretch on the opposite side. I want to ask you a very important question. It's a very important question because this is where awareness comes. When you did this 1 minute stretch just now, right? Stretching both the sides, right? You stretched. What happened to your breathing?
It was stuck.
It was stuck.
What happened to your breathing? Did it become deeper and longer?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So that means the secret that that I was talking to you about is every stretch that you do, any stretch you do of your 640 muscles, any muscle you stretch, any part of the body, it will immediately impact on your breathing. Your breathing will become longer, your breathing will become deeper. Correct? So now you just did one or two stretches, so your breathing is little longer, little harder. Right? Have you seen the turtles? Have you seen the tortoise?
Yes. Yes.
They breathe slow, long, deep. They go on to live for 400 to 500 or 600 years. Have you seen the dogs? They breathe shorter, shallow, and faster. They live 8, 10, 12 years. Now you decide whether you want to have short breath, you want to have long breath.
Long.
Right? So that's where the secret is. So you become conscious that you go into longer breaths, deeper breaths. And the beauty is, anytime you do any stretch, your breathing becomes deeper. Right? And that's the secret. So now become aware. That is the whole benefit of any stretches. So that's why they say, learn to stretch. Stretch your body, stretch your lungs, stretch your mind. Correct? 3 stretches. That's what the focus is. So now what am I doing? I am putting my legs slightly apart. I'm going to the next stretch. So what do? I hold both my hands, close it, yeah, shift it up, and then slowly bend, bend, go deeper, go deeper. You can go a lot more deeper. You go deeper. Your stretch is much better this time. Go deeper, go deeper, go deeper, go deeper. The more you can bend, the better. Hold it. And slowly go to the opposite side. Go deeper. Again go deeper. Stretch. 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 And stretch. And come back. Go again in the opposite direction for once more. Go deeper. Go deeper. Go deeper. Go deeper. Hold it. Feel the stretch, feel the pain. Come back. Again opposite direction. Excellent. Very good. Go deeper. Stretch fully. Yes. Come back. Now, I want you to focus on your breath. How long did you do this stretch? 1 minute. Look at your breathing. Deeper, longer, right? So now that is the secret. You derive happiness. You become very excited of the fact that you do a stretch and your breathing becomes longer, deeper. You're taking in more air. When you're taking in more air means you're taking in more oxygen. And your oxygen is necessary for every single tissue and cell, deep corners of your body, everywhere. Every body part needs it. When you don't breathe heavily, when you don't breathe longer, when you don't breathe deeper, your body parts, right? Maybe your heart, maybe your lungs, maybe your kidneys, maybe your liver, maybe your spleen, maybe your pancreas, correct? Maybe your feet, maybe your ear, right? They're not getting enough oxygen. In fact, when you go to the doctors, they tell you, oh, this person is suffering from ischemic heart disease. Ischemia means lack of oxygen. Right? You get cramps in the calf muscle. Ischemia, lack of oxygen in the calf muscle. You get tinnitus, the ringing sensation in the ear. It'll do. Why? Lack of oxygen. You notice most of the disease processes are all related to lack of oxygen, lack of oxygen, lack of oxygen, lack of oxygen. Knowing that now, should you not take care? Should you not do something? Right? Yes. And as I said, nobody can do it for me. I need to do it. Nobody can do it for you. Your family members, your friends, they may like you, they may love you, they may show a lot of affection, but they cannot do the stretches for your muscles. Right? So become conscious. So if you say responsibility, yes, that's a big responsibility that you have, because mind and body are tools given to you. Take care of the tools. Like you have a car, you regularly take it for servicing, correct? You maintain the car so that when you're driving, the car gives you a better service. It doesn't give you trouble, right? It's in a fit condition. Exactly the same way, if you can take care of your car, why don't you take care of your body? Because body is your vehicle, body is your car, right? And that's the whole dimension. It's a very simple exercise, but it's an amazing exercise. So become mindful. As a responsible person, become mindful that every stretch I do improves my breath, right? And that's the focus. Now, let's go into, because there's a third exercise for your backbone. How do you do? Just watch me first. I stretch both my hands, correct? And I twist my backbone one direction. My right hand folds, right? And when I go this way, again. Now what I'm doing is, right now I'll stop looking at you, but I will be looking at the tip of my fingers as I turn differently. So watch me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very easy exercise. It's fun. You're twisting. So when you're twisting and turning, what happens right from your feet, muscles are involved. Your, muscles of the feet, muscles of the leg, muscles of the thighs, muscles of the abdomen, the stomach, right, the hips, right, the chest area, the shoulders, the neck, right. Whole lot of muscles, including facial muscles, are involved in the stretch. That means, again, at the same time, it is doing the disc balancing, right? Left, right, left, right, left, right. On the mark, get set, go. Adjust yourself so that you don't hit each other, right? Do it 20, 30 times, right? Start. Slowly, slowly. Feel the stretch. We don't need speed here. We need full stretch. Allow your body to give you the stretch. Look at the hands. Focus on the tip of the hands. Don't look anywhere else. Very good. Excellent. Feel the stretch in different parts of your body. From the feet upwards. Right? Excellent. Twist and turn. You gain wonderful stretch. Excellent. Wonderful.